Hey y'all. Someone's been waiting pretty patiently for a lesson on this. Not sure why, but I hate this one, to tell you the truth. But we're going to run through it, just the first beginning of it, and then I'll explain how to play it, because it really is just the same thing in circles. So I'm going to play it just a little and then stop. Okay, that's enough of that. Get that G into. Alright, the first thing to know is it's in C, but he's in typical McCartney fashion. He's tuned down a little bit. I don't know how far down, but this is your C, your low E is this. I'm probably out of tune because it is down a little bit low, but that's what your E should sound like. So tune all the way to that. So this little intro thing goes. Right? So that's B at the 7th. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7. And E at 5. And then it just goes down 2 from there and 2 from there. Just those two. Just those two. Right, same thing, 2 and then 2 more. And then, so that next one is G and B at the 5th, and then B at the 4th, G at the 4th, B at the 3rd, and then that goes down 2. And then it's open B, G and B. So it starts with B, 7, E5. You know, that fingering doesn't change, it just goes down. G and B, and then a C. Now if you played McCartney stuff before, you'll recognize this is his typical finger picking technique. And one thing to know on that C chord is he covers the high E string at the 3rd fret for that G note, so you're just... So it's A string at the 3rd, E string at the 3rd. And the other fingers stay the same on that C chord with the high E at the 3rd fret. So it goes from that E minor to A minor, and you're just alternating the bass notes A, E, A, F, D minor, and then G to C, back to G. And when you play that C again, keep your finger on that high E string at the 3rd fret. Sorry. Right, so C, E minor, A minor, F, D minor, G, C, G. And the second time through, same thing, C, D minor, then A minor. So the second time through it goes F, G, C, and then it does this. The little transition one is, it's a G7 I guess, the E at the 1st fret and open D string, and you can hit the G and B in between. Right? So that second time through, let's do that. So you've done, this is the first time, we'll start from the top. Let's start from the top. second time through C, E minor, A minor, F, G, C, and then you do that little transition G7 chord. And then you start over again. So that after this little transition thing, it goes to G, hit that high E string and the low E string, and then the next one is that still hitting that high E, but now you're on the A string at the second fret, that second note of your G chord, and then cover the D at the third fret with your ring finger, and then open D. This is probably the hardest part of the song. The B string's not covered, it's still open. That's just on and off that D string at the third fret. So that's walk from E string at the third, open A at the second, A at the third, so walk up. Each time also hitting that high E at the third fret. E minor, A minor, F, D minor, G, C, G. Then back to C, E minor, A minor, F, G, C, and then the only thing that's different is the outro. It goes, you know, this little McCartney thing. It's the same chord, C, E minor, A minor. So that's A minor, and then take your ring finger off and hit that low E string at the third fret while you're still doing those other two notes of the A minor chord. And then F. That last one is all three across, G, B, and E at the first fret, G string at the third, and B string at the third. So it's this 4-note little, and then it ends on the C. So that outro last thing is, ends on a C, again with the high E cover. That's the pieces to it, and if you listen to it a couple times, you'll be able to string them together. But I think the really hardest part, that little part is the hardest thing, but you can see it's not that difficult. So spend a little time with it, and I think you'll get it. Good luck.